like I've kind of explained this in the first time I tried the first scenario of Invasion from the Unknown, but I'm just gonna explain it again. So, but if you've already heard it, just skip this part and start with the scenario of the fighting. So, first of all, what is the Tinkerbell meter? The author Iris coined the term when I was uploading a couple of replays where I was choosing a Faeries only, and I was just like, I'm gonna keep doing that. And so I did. And that's basically the Tinkerbell meter. You use only Faeries and nothing else, or rather you don't recruit or recall anything else. If you get units provided in the scenario, okay, use them, use your heroes, but don't recall or recruit different units. And what's a bit special about Invasion from the Unknown from that perspective is that in the first scenario you can't recruit Faeries, you can only do that from the second scenario onwards. So first scenario is just normal army. The second scenario is the one where it gets dicey. So, story time. Invasion from the Unknown, Episode 1, Seeking the Light. Long after the fall, the last forest elves on the great continent are forced to abandon their secluded home and forge an unprecedented alliance in hopes of retaliating against the great evil that has befallen earlier. But even then, they will require more than one ancient power to aid them in their quest. So you see, on hard with the predictable ING, it doesn't really matter because I will rarely reload, but I will sometimes. I won't go to the first scenario, to the first turn when I fail in the scenario, but I'll try to reload as few times as possible. So this is basically the campaign is a bit different from mainline campaigns, and the Under the Burning Suns and Descent into Darkness are nice to know if you want to play this campaign because it references them. From the personal journal of Lord Galas of the Forest Elves. Our ancestors settled this land ages ago, seeking shelter from the hostile outside world. They hailed from forests which have long withered away. The endless expanse of sand could not possibly offer our kin much more than vicious enemies and a slow, agonizing death. It is said that thousands of elves fell before the survivors finally came across this green valley, and as if by the grace of the Lords of Light themselves, it emerged from the ruins of a once green and lush world in our moment of dire need. Defending our valley from intruders has never been an easy task. A small portion of our troops are trained in the ways of navigating and fighting in the sands from a young age and assigned to patrol groups in charge of warding our frontiers. It is not a particularly rewarding mission, but it has allowed us to prosper as a united people. My father was on duty leading his group one night against a band of nomadic humans, barbarians unwilling to converse with speaking creatures not born of their kin's blood, and only intent on conquering and taking what they believed theirs by right. A sling bullet broke his skull as he defended an injured comrade. At the time I was shocked by his death, a graceless end to a valiant life. I cried for the last time at his funeral. On memory of him I swore to become the best, advancing beyond the ranks of my comrades until I was one of the best fighters and commanders amongst my people, despite my age. Elindea has taken care of me like her own son since then. She has been to me the mother I never had, often spending far too much time caring for me rather than her own duties with the wounded and infirm. Scenario 1. Border Patrol. Recently, the frequency and intensity of the hostile incursions has increased. We can detect no single hand behind them, but it is as if they were thrust into our domains by some force greater than their own petty greed and rage. They throw themselves onto our blades and arrows as if death were a better alternative than retreat. Our patrol groups are growing in size to resist, but the pace of recruiting is becoming harder to maintain. Most people do not crave the chance to risk their lives in combat against such determined foes. Then, one day, we discovered the source of the outsider's frenzy. So it's asking me if I want to see the character descriptions, and for one, I always like to read them. For two, I'm streaming this obviously, so it might be nice to tell you about the characters. Move on, you sluggards. Let's claim these lands for the master. Be careful, we were warned there's still elves in this valley. No matter, we'll tear them to pieces if they dare oppose us. A host of humans in the southern dunes. It has been quite a long time since any of them have wandered here in such numbers. What should we do? According to our laws, we should always grant refuge to wanderers, but I sense hostility from this group. It would be wise to observe them for a while, but let us be prepared for the worst nonetheless. Very well. So, for now, we don't, like the elves don't know for sure yet that the invaders are actually invaders. So for now it's just hold out as long as possible instead of killing them. And the note just says start recruiting units at once, just in case. Well, we know that it's not gonna be just in case. Okay, so like that one. Like I accidentally skipped the character description, which is why I'm gonna back to turn 1 where I did not yet do that. So send out objectives. Gallus is an elvish fighter. As such, he has 2 advancement choices from level 1, Captain and Hero. Choose his development path wisely and carefully. I'm gonna go for Hero because he will have to fight a lot of enemies. I mean really a lot. And it's important for him to be as useful as possible. And it's at least my opinion for this stuff. Let's get a scout. Can't reach. Quick but can't reach. Shame. Then just making sure I get all the 8 villages I can get. Then like hunters are pretty neat. They are basically shamans with auto healing, but with the slow and a nice melee attack. So there's that. I want to... yeah, let's keep it at this. Like right now I've got 5 villages and 5 units that demand upkeep, so I'm not lowering my upkeep, even though I've recruited a couple of units, which is pretty nice. Alright, I should maybe enable combat anime again. Oops, that was not what I wanted. What did I do? Yes, perfect. Yeah, it is on the highest difficulty. It means hard avatar. The last time I played Invasion from the Unknown, it was still called Martial, so it was easy is fighter, Captain is normal, and Martial is... what's it called? Martial was hard. Now it's... let me check what the unit is. It's Ascetic is easy, Mystic is normal, and Avatar, which I'm playing right now, is hard. Yeah, it's... well, Scardula, that's exactly what I did, basically. I recruited only so much that it wouldn't reduce my income. So... perfect. So by the way, let's check how much gold they've got. So I've got 170 gold and I'm fighting against 250. And they have a bit more income than I do. 5 more. Yeah, right, they can charge. That is a lot of damage actually. So fun fact, it doesn't really matter how much income I get, how much XP my units get except Galas, because I'm not gonna recall them because of the Tinkerbell meter. Just something to keep in mind, so you're not confused why I sacrifice unit or why I try to maximize my gold instead of my XP. So what did I want to do? Right, fighting. Gonna start like... Right, I can recruit at least 2 more units. And real fighting is gonna start on turn 6 to 7, I guess, so I can wait a bit more with recruiting. Just need to be sure that my units are in place once it starts. So, attack, leave no one alive. So much for them being possibly wanderers. They are attacking us, you don't say? Our laws are very clear and strict on this matter. We shall not let hostile outsiders enter our valley. Repel them. Which is what I'm gonna do. So now my objective changed to defeat both enemy leaders. Which I think is better than the classic defeat all enemy leaders, because you know how many enemy leaders there are, that you don't need to be so unspecific about it. I want this one not to enter. Okay, like this. So see if this one... Wait, what? They've got on... That's not fair. Okay, so this one has 30, this one has 40, this one has 30 as well. Okay, so... I can repel those good or pretty well on the sand, while the raiders and the archers, I won't have that advantage, which is sad. And now I do need to recruit so they arrive on time. So a couple of archers and another healer, of course. Just a moment, I'm kinda turning down the brightness on my PC, because it is a bit too bright. Can this one reach? This one can reach, so let's put someone else there. So first of all, this was a mistake. I wanted to use the slow. Happens. Like them attacking me when it's slowed is usually better. Weak to pierce, so that's that's the one I prefer to attack with. And let's do it like this. So if this one attacks with range attack, he's damaged more than if he would choose the... What's it called? The melee attack. So they're pretty much almost all in position to repel the attack. The short darkness is coming soon. The short dark, yeah. That's what it's called. So I will have to survive that probably... Ouch, my first loss. Probably by slowing a couple of them. Also removing those 3 units. Slowing the heavy hitters, killing the not as heavy hitters. This one I could kill, but not worth it, and I should have used my shaman for that. Whoops. That's not a good idea. So let's destroy that one instead. Do I have a strong one around? Nope. Not at all. So, this one gets slowed, this one gets killed, this one might get killed in retaliation, I don't know yet. We'll see. Then I can't let him tank there, so... This place is vulnerable to multiple attacks, as you can see. Wait, this one needs a bit more. Doesn't matter. Yeah, like this. This one is probably gonna die, this one is probably gonna wound it, so I've got a healer in place. So and him slowing everyone is also a pretty nice bonus. So that's... what's his stats? I've lost 2 units, but I've killed... yeah, only 2 enemy units and 2 falcons. The falcons don't really count for that. Then... first of all... this one gotta go. Then I want Galas to have some XP at the very least. That's what I was trying to do. That one... nah, too valuable. That one. Like, I want him gone, I don't want to use a unit that can properly tank for me a bit. Then those guys all need to get slowed. Perfect. Then I've got a healer, and that healer has enough damage to kill them. I also want this one slowed. Shame. That did not work. Yeah, that looks quite a bit better. 7 kills. So this one might die. It's not that likely actually. This one and this one they are pretty safe. This one has a good chance at dying, and like either of them, but not both. So this short battle I've already won. The rest is getting down to the enemies and actually killing them. Yeah, okay, I should have expected that. Nice. Shame. So just slow this one. Give him a unit to check enemies or something. Like that. Then the village. I want this one to heal but also attack them, so I vacate the village and give it over to him. Then push that one off. That one as well. Then this one needs a slow, and this one can tank pretty well there. Then like, I would have preferred giving him the kill, but he could attack without much retaliation damage because it's a ranged unit against a melee unit, while he would have taken a bit more damage. Yeah, well, I honestly think that scenario where we fight a big boss is a bit harder than the second scenario. Though, to be fair, it's not much harder. The second scenario is messed up, honestly. Like, I like it, but it's still messed up. And just for the record, I'm playing this campaign like 5th time or something like that. So while I will get basically lose the XP from this one, get out of there, I don't feel bad about leveling this one up because it will help me finishing this scenario faster. Which means I get more gold for the next scenario, which is something I really need. Shame. Shame. Then this one. That's not good. This makes this one a better target than this one. At least I hope so. Might actually not work. At the very least, yeah. Please. Oh, right. He had only 1 XP to go. So I'm gonna go for this one because more damage. So I was just wondering if I have a way to bait this one onto sand hex, but I don't. So let's ignore him for now and just finish off those guys. Off. Get this. Perfection. This one is likely to die. You can see that. But I still don't mind. And this one went there with his own free will. Okay, I'm not complaining. Makes it easier to take him out, of course. Like, especially because he has a really hard time moving away from sand hexes because he's now slowed. So, this one gotta go first. So, actually, like this. And kill this one instead. Still might die, but it's not that likely now. So I'd rather not recruit more units now, because any unit I recruit cuts into my, well, gold margin. Do I still... One more hunter I get. Ah, damn it, I wanted to remove him over there so he gets healed. But since I recruited a unit at the exact place, that's obviously not possible. Perfect. Ah, that was just maybe a bit too careful. Like, I'm really trying to give him some XP, but I'm obviously failing. This one can move over there, so maybe it attacks. Maybe not. Wait, actually, let's do it like this. So he has only the choice to move to the bad hex and, well, get killed. This one is still over there. Fine. Finally some XP for him. Then just go melee on this one. And now I have to kill him to keep those two safe. Because while I do not need to level them up and they will lose their XP anyway in the next scenario when I don't recall them ever again, it's still sad to see them go. Any leveled unit right now is a way to end this scenario faster. Not to mention, it is really hard to get over this habit of, well, keeping my unit safe. Over there. Perfect defense for me. I get to deal some damage. And yeah. That's all I really want from this. This one is crawling way too many units. Taste. Like this, keep them somewhere over there. This one can attack, but would probably get slowed. It's perfect for me. Alright, I blocked him off from over there, so he can't attack me there, of course. Whoops. Okay, this guy is just level 2, so I can mostly ignore him. And he can't reach anyway. This one has to go. This one, of course, too. Preferably giving XP to Galas. Then this one is not a threat right now, so I can ignore him. Just grab the villagers instead, so they stop recruiting so many units. Storming the capital itself was actually not that hard in my opinion. Because, well, you can just focus all your units on one point and crash them. Also, you have access to a really strong dude by the time. Like, if you focus your items on one unit, you get an awesome unit, honestly. Right, this is gonna be the one exception I will make for the Tinkerbell meter. I absolutely will get one Elvish champion, and I'm gonna boost him so high with items. Like, I would give all the items to Galas, but there's one item I'm not allowed to give him for story reasons, so that's my workaround. I don't want him to recruit a unit, so I'm gonna stop him. Then this one as well. A sorceress, because it's easier to kill him. It makes it easier to kill him. Then also gotta stop him from moving over there. Like, it's really a shame that I'm not gonna keep any of those guys. But yeah, I think I'm doing a good job. First of all, slow them is always a priority. Then I can get to dealing damage, and I really should have taken that village over there. Okay. I was kinda expecting him to attack this guy, but whatever. So let's see, what did they lose so far? Archers, hunters, and a shaman. It's a shame that I've gotta waste this one, but how much good would I get? I think 70 per turn? 17 per turn. You know what, I'm just gonna... I'll do a save now, and then check how much income I get for finishing early. If it's exactly 17 like I've get right now, I can afford to wait this one turn or 2 turns until he arrives. If not, then I can't afford it. So I will reload no matter what it is, and the high cat, it's sometimes the early finish is set so it's higher than having all villages and no lowered income, because otherwise it doesn't give you anything. So I will reload anyway, even if it's perfect for me, so I can read this again. And yep, 17 per turn, so I could wait that those more turns. So first of all, this. No, dexterous is not good for me. No. This. Fun. Now this should be good enough. So, we defeated them in time. But that riding party was quite large and well organized for its tribe of humans, and their metalwork seems beyond the capabilities of regular sand dwellers. This does not bode well. 125. Bonus gold for the next scenario. That's on top of the defined minimum starting gold, so it might be something like 200, 300 gold I will be having. That's a lot of sprites actually. How much do they cost again? Okay, I'm looking for Faeries sprites. 20 gold. So up to 15 units who are fragile as fuck. So at this point I'm gonna end the stream. Not just to you know, break the videos apart, but also because the next scenario is, as the viewers did say, pretty damn hard. Wait, what? So I'm gonna check if I can recruit sprites, but I'm pretty sure because you've got access to a Lin there. Let's skip the story for now. No! Oh, come on! I did not know this. Okay, so I guess my Tinkerbell meter will kick off some later scenario, and for now I just gotta do with the elves I have, which is actually pretty fortunate for scenario 2 because, well, I'm gonna need all the help I can get. I only have, like, they've got 200 gold more than me. And oh, it starts with the long dark, so technically I can let them arrive and then start fighting them in the morning. I guess small victories. But anyway, I'm ending the stream now. I will return it tomorrow or some day later, and because, well, the second scenario is hard and I really need to be rested to be playing this scenario. So yeah. See you next time, and thanks for watching.